interpretation of the results?
First of all, Joy Reid lives in a different America than I do. Yes, I'm a brown girl that grew up in a small rural town in South Carolina who became the first female minority governor in history, who became a UN ambassador, and who is now running for president. If that's not the American dream, I don't know what is. You can sit there and give me all the reasons why you think I can't do this. I will continue to defy everybody on why we can do this, and we will get it done.
Are you a racist party? Are you involved in a racist party?
No. We're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country. Our goal is to make sure that today is better than yesterday. Are we perfect? No. But our goal is to always make sure we try and be more perfect every day that we can. I know I faced racism when I was growing up, but I can tell you today is a lot better than it was then. Our goal is to lift up everybody, not go and divide people on race or gender or party or anything else. We've had enough of that in America.
Pathological, there's no cure for that.
Even before his time in politics, Trump consistently promoted the false conspiracy theory that former President Obama was born outside the U.S., before finally admitting he was not.
He doesn't have a birth certificate, or he hasn't shown it. His grandmother in Kenya said he was born in Kenya.
Now, years later, as the battle for New Hampshire tightens just days before polls open, Trump's attacks going personal yet again.
Matter. America has never been a racist country.
When you look at, the Declaration of Independence, it was that, men are created equal with unalienable rights, right? That was what we all knew. But what I look at it as is I was a brown girl that grew up in a small rural town. We had plenty of racism that we had to deal with. But my parents never said we lived in a racist country.
We're in like day 4 of Nikki Haley's America Has Never Been a Racist Country tour, and it's going about as well as it was on day 1. She, by the way, as all of this is going on, insisting against all evidence that America has no racist past, is being attacked in an explicitly racist fashion by Donald Trump.
Against his political opponents.
Nikki Haley is a disaster.
Trump posting on Truth Social attacking Nikki Haley, who is the daughter of Indian immigrants. Writing, anyone listening to Nikki Nimrata Haley's whacked out speech last night would think that she won the Iowa primary, misspelling Haley's birth name Nimrata. Trump also posting this picture, mixing Haley's photo with Hillary Clinton.
Nikki Haley in particular is counting on the Democrats and liberals to infiltrate your Republican primary.
Trump has often resorted to race and gender-based attacks on Haley, reposting a false report questioning her eligibility for the presidency in the run-up to the Iowa caucus because her parents were born abroad. Haley is a full U.S. citizen born in South Carolina and is constitutionally eligible to be president. These aggressive campaign tactics have been a staple of Trump's political brand since he ran for president in 2016. During that primary campaign, he repeatedly accused Ted Cruz of being ineligible for the Oval Office because he was born on Canadian soil.
So you should go out, get a declaratory judgment, let the courts decide.
Cruz's mother is a U.S. citizen, making him a citizen as well and fully eligible for the presidency.
And we will get to that, but we want to focus on what she said there in the town hall that she did with Jake Tapper. She said, in the Declaration of Independence, all men are created equal. And then I didn't look it up, but I assume everything went well after that, right?
Oh, yeah, just fine. It's a good thing she didn't read the merciless savages parts about the Indians, because that might have altered her perception about never any history of racism. But this is Nikki Haley. I'm going to miss this like I miss Michelle Bachmann's campaign. When you think about it, sexism is alive and well when Nikki Haley's gender is the only thing keeping her from taken seriously as an empty suit politician with nothing to say. The new racism in the Republican Party is the denial that racism exists. And Nikki Haley has to appeal to people who think the Civil War was just fine, it had nothing to do with slavery. She knows exactly what she's doing. One time, okay, maybe you screwed up, you didn't think the Civil War had anything to do with slavery. This is quite deliberate. And this is for a party that is more outraged by protests of racism than actual racism, the party that is more upset about Colin Kaepernick's knee than Derek Chauvin's.
Jordan.
So later in that segment, she also talks about, their intent was never to be, it was never to be a racist country. And sure, they had to fix some things along the way. Those are two totally different groups of people she's talking about. She's conflating the framers who wrote the 3/5 compromise, which said black Americans or black people at the time are 3/5 of a whole person. And then the 14th Amendment, which came almost 100 years later. Those aren't the same people. So the intent explicitly was there. And it's an unforced error that she's now defining her campaign going into New Hampshire, where maybe she's got a little bit of a chance to chip away at Trump. There are people who don't like him. I don't know if she's gonna pull it off. I doubt it. But her whole campaign is now responding to this controversy. She brought this upon herself. She continues to double down. It's just truly staggering.
The second time that Judge Judy has publicly dipped her toe into politics, but earlier this month she endorsed Haley. And you might remember back in 2020, Judge Judy endorsed Democratic presidential candidate and former New York City Mayor Mike Bloomberg. Judge Judy says she believes Haley is the best choice for this moment, particularly given the fact that she believes former President Trump and President Biden are both too old.
Put your money where your mouth is. You got to get up off your behind if you believe that and travel 1,700 miles if that's what it takes to tell the people of New Hampshire that it's a critical time for them.
Oh, I disagree. I think it's an excellent audition to be Donald Trump's running mate. She's doing everything she has to do and jumping through every hoop perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I think we're rightly critiquing her performance.
The voters she's trying to reach do not care about her racist statements. They don't mind it one bit. She's trying to appeal to them and forgive it.
They want to be reassured that America is not and has never been racist, and that's largely what she's doing there. She's trying to make them feel better.
Nothing racist about the Confederacy. No, feel good about that.
Well, and by the way,